You know, I'm a landscape photographer. I travel around, and usually I don't just shoot my subject. I shoot the story around my subject as well. So I ask them, so what are the elements here that you will talk about? The people here will talk about, you know. And my coffee farmer say, hey, I know of this place. There's a waterfall. When I played there when I was a child, not really big, you know, like the world biggest waterfall. But if you want to have a look, we can go. I say, yeah, let's go. So when I arrive at the waterfall, again, I'm also an explorer, so I explore around the landscape, and I managed to find a tunnel into the water by the side, into the cave behind the waterfall. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is like almost like the Alibaba, you know, found a treasure, and there's a space behind the waterfall, you know. I mean, would you want to discover places like this in a lifetime?
Of course.
You know, and you talk to the locals say, oh, no, it's too dangerous to go there. You know, like, you know, then I was like, let's do it, you know. And I went in there, I said, hey, everyone got to see this. I came back out, it's very slippery, climbing over all the rocks, coming out from the water. I was wet, my equipment was wet. I pulled one of the coffee farmer coming with me. He said, no, you don't go in there, you know, it's too dangerous. I said, no, you got to see this for once in your lifetime. And I brought him in. He was like, wow, you know. And then I put him, I said, you stand here, put your hands up, you know. And they said, what, it's too dangerous. I said, no, put out your hands, put out your hand. And he raised up his hand, you know. I said, and the water came down, the wind blew, and he got, wow. At that point, you felt like you are Michael Jackson, standing on the stage where the wind blowing at you, and you start to, woohoo, you know, the kind of, that moment, you know, and bring a great experience into his life. Thereafter, when we talk about this scenario, I asked him, wow, when you are a child, you must have been there many times. You know what he said? He said, Alex, I do not know there is a space behind the waterfall all my life. You have just brought me to a great experience of my life. And I said, like, wait a minute. I have just come to your house and bring a new experience in your house at your big backyard. Wow. It's like you had never been there. It's like amazing. And that photos of the waterfall coming down with men who in time and if you wear red shirts, you know, stand there for me to photograph that. It's like amazing. And it's a huge waterfall to me, you know. I mean, if that waterfall is in Singapore, it would be a great selling spot for Singapore to introduce to the world. And that is like a precious stone that we found, like a gem that we found in Ethiopia. Beautiful stone.
Wow, amazing. You change his life in a way, like, you know, give him a new perspective, like, I don't know, 20-30 years of his life, he never knew.
I think that's amazing part of the photography journey, to bring a new place that people have yet to discover. And we travel to different parts of the world to discover new places.
Yep.
People will say, hey, Alex, why don't you shoot Great Wall of China and all those places? Hey, these places are already shot by people probably millions of times. And you can even draw, you can see it every day, you know, just go into the internet, you can see them. So it's just another photo. They are not interesting or precious. What we want as a landscape photographer is to discover new places. And the world is so big, there's still a lot more to discover.